Hey all, how's it going? And welcome back for another episode of the Rugged Gamer Does. Now, if you remember in the last episode of Playerunknowns Battlegrounds, I mentioned to you that I was going to show you a bit of the last footage, the bit in the combat. So here it is. This is what this video is about. So at the moment we cut in where I'm in with a team of 2 in a 4-man squad game. Obviously the new way to join the game, you can join any number of players in your squad in a 4-man squad. So it's me and 2 other players. I'm on my own at the moment in a jeep, and I've been collecting loads of stuff. As you can see, the red zone's just landed on top of me near enough, and I've managed to get out of it. I'm far away from my teammates. They've shot on ahead of me, so I've kind of tried to catch up a bit. So this is exactly what I'm up to at the moment. Some crazy ass driving apparently. So yeah. So as I say, this is getting to the final stages of the game. Obviously, I've cut out the beginning bits of the game where you've gone for loot and stuff like that. There is a bit of loot scavenging, and you can see that as I start to look at getting the extra bits and bobs, the scopes, the extra and whatnot. So yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. Where am I actually? There you go, there's my teammates. So yeah, so this is... Oh, apparently I can't drive a vehicle in this game. So this is the area where we're about to basically loot. We're pretty certain it's quite a quiet area. There's plenty of doors shut, so we're in a safe location. So I spend most of my time now. Bearing in mind the game's had quite a few updates. This footage was taken just before the new update, the lag update, was introduced. So you'll notice the game glitching slightly. That is the lag issue, unfortunately. Since then, the gamers have put in a patch, and the lag has improved somewhat. But I thought I'd keep it in anyway, because one, this is a good clip for end game, and it shows as well not to running gung ho and how stopping and looking around and looking at your environment, working with your team and whatnot actually does help you bring the kills in, really. To be fair, the game seems to have settled a little bit here now. That's me wondering, why is this door open? Not realising there's no door on it. So here we go. So I'm pretty satisfied with the weapon that I've got now. It's going to be enough for me to get end game, but I still have a few bits and bobs I want to get hold of. So I do clear this room a bit. More ammo, more sights, whatnot. I do think I come across a bigger site, which hopefully we'll see that. So yeah, if you're sticking up with me here so far, we will get a good glimpse of combat very shortly. Now you'll notice a lot of players are just shooting past. Now, there is a lot of opportunity for looting here, but you'll notice soon that I pushed it a little too far, and the blue zone will meet up with me very soon. So we know there's enemies around. We think they've stopped, and they have stopped, but we've still not got any kind of idea on where they are. So we're taking advantage of the time we've got to obviously get some more gear in, and basically we're playing with time now. You get a good idea there of some of the gear I'm carrying. Some of it is useless to me, but obviously when you're trying to run around and get everything, then you do tend to hoard a bit of your gear. I will clear it out very soon. So there you go. Here we go. We're under fire now. Still no idea where it's coming from, but shortly after this we realise that they actually do move on, and you can see again the red zone's not far from us. And if you look, the bar on top of the map, if you're not familiar with Playerunknowns Battlegrounds, that bar at the top does show the area in which the blue zone is reaching us. So obviously I was ahead of the blue zone, now I'm not. If you notice on the mini map, the little white dotted line, that is the next area, and that's where we basically need to get ourselves into, and that's where most of these players who have gone past us have already gone into, to try and set themselves up. We kind of wait till the end and bring our way in and fight our way through the outskirts of it. The blue zone will start coming in on us very soon, and you can see on that that bar that I mentioned to you how close in relevance to the blue line I actually am, and I'm more close to the white line than I am the blue line. But for some unknown reason I get a little greedy. I want to head back and get some more gear, so there's time at the moment to do it. However, realistically I probably shouldn't have at this stage, but God loves a tryer, eh? So that's just me running back to the building that I've already been in to try and scavenge some more gear, and thankfully I do, because it puts me very soon, as you'll see, in a better position for the final combat. So these are the rooms that I hadn't managed to clear earlier because I thought there was a vehicle coming in on them. Obviously you can't hear the chat that we've discussed, and there you go, there's another vehicle there. So obviously you've not been able to hear the discussion, and I will put up a video of the game discussion as well, to kind of show you how a team of us do work and operate as this team, give you a good chance to hear that firsthand. So here we go, this is me hitting jackpots. This now, you notice there's a bit of crap in my bag and whatnot, so I kind of just take what I can and then I start dropping everything else. Like I don't even have a shotgun, so why I'm carrying cartridges around with me is beyond me. Obviously the energy drinks, great for getting you above that little bar. If you notice on my health bar, which is the middle bar at the bottom, there's like a little checkered bit. That's kind of where the health stops going up once it reaches that line. So to get it further you need painkillers and an energy drink. So here we go, so we got 10 seconds until this blue zone kicks in, but I'm not too worried. I'm still getting some more gear here, so this is me playing it very dangerously. But as you can see, there's still not much on my weaponry, so I'm not confident that I'm in a suitable position to take out the enemies later down the line. So there we go, some more clobber for me there, and then I think I managed to actually get a better scope, which does help me later down the line. Some more painkillers. Obviously I'm quite full now, so I decided to get my health back up to normal. Now you'll see the energy drink in action here. So as you can see now, my health is slowly going up. Obviously that's it's more useful because obviously you can get your health up full before you go into combat, so it's always worthwhile thinking about that before you are about to get yourself into a tricky situation. Well, this is where I find my bigger backpack. So there's the blue line that's just gone past me, so now the blue line is injuring me. I'm still not overly worried at this stage because obviously we've seen that the white line isn't too far. Now there are two types of players that I find in this situation. One of them obviously will get their way into the white line, get into the combat and crack on. The other type of player will wait until they see other players running into the white zone from the blue zone and take them out as easy targets, because you can't really get much combat in the blue zone. You can, obviously, you can fight, but your health is diminishing. It's just always better to get yourself in a situation where you're not actually in the blue zone. Again, my amazing driving skills there. For some reason I haven't got to grips with the driving in this game. I've played many games with many vehicles, my favourite being Battlefield, obviously helicopters, aircraft, whatnot. I'd say I've probably had a decent run with them types of vehicles before, but for some reason just couldn't get my head round this game for some reason. But there we go. I'm sure you'll have a good laugh about that. So we're pretty set up now. I'm just making sure my health's back up. Again, I'm getting it down to that line, and then using my painkillers and energy drink to get it above that line. Because this is pretty much your final showdown now. So that's a quick overview on the idea of getting your gear. Obviously, I was already partially geared up anyway. And there you go. That's the zones that we're going to face with now. Again, blue zone's very soon moving in, so we've got no option but to get out of here. Now, we do see enemies about, and again, it is playing it a little risky with the blue line about to come in, but you're getting a chance to take out an enemy. You get a chance to take out an enemy. So there we go. Another good thing to note, as you saw there, is to check what your actual weapon is set up for. Burst fire in this instance wasn't a good idea, because obviously my first 3 shots practically missed him, and obviously caused me to basically lose the target. I'd say if I had had it on single shot, I could have probably precise shot him and managed to kill him, but unfortunately I didn't. We're getting a lot of combat now. Now obviously they tend to ignore for some reason the blue line as much as they should do. I always like to keep an eye on the blue line, because you never know where people are running in from it. However, thankfully in this situation it's advantageous for us to stick to where we are and jump back in at a later stage on the blue line. So this is me managing to run myself up. There's a bit more of the lag there. Now it is worth noting that the more you're in the blue zone, the quicker it will kill you. Later in the game, the blue zone, there you go, it's now really eating into my health now. Whereas earlier on it was just a small amount, now it's taking a big chunk, and I'm running a very big risk here, because obviously I'm extremely low on health, and out in the open. Well, thankfully we make it in this instance, so we'll live to tell the tale. First aid kit gets you to full health up to that checkered little line. Painkillers popped, and hopefully that'll bring us back up to full health. There we go. So now we're in the zones. This is where the combat's about. This is where we're expecting the last players alive to be. You can see how many players are alive in the top of the right hand screen. That's obviously including ourselves, so there's 3 of us there included in that. Well, what you don't hear is us discussing the tactics. Now, one of the players, the one who shot up ahead, has already picked up a location on the map that's suitable for us to get round and to get an advantage on targeting. So he's led the way forward, and we've obviously caught up afterwards. This is it here. This ridge here has a great view over the final target area. The blue zone's still not coming in just yet, and we're close enough to get in there. What you do notice is obviously the white circle isn't always directly in the centre of the blue circle, so as the blue circle comes in, obviously it gives you more time if you're in a larger area, even though it is quicker to come in if you're more into the white area, but in a larger zone, then the blue line shouldn't come to you just as quick. There we go. So this is where we meet a lot of the combat. And this is the real final stages of the game. Now, if you notice, the 2 players on the right hand side of me, I'm following the line across here, and then you will shortly see one of them players will take a hit, and unfortunately he's taken out. Now obviously that's not ideal, but it does obviously give us a chance to avenge him. One thing to note is if a player is downed rather than killed, then it's a good indication, well it is an indication that they're in a team, a squad, as if you're downed per se, as a solo player you're instantly killed, whereas if you are downed in a squad, then you're downed and gives your other teammates a chance to pick you back up. So it's our blue zone's right come in now, and we know there's players here. There they are. Now obviously I'm playing in third person perspective, but it does give you the chance to go into first person perspective. However, when you're in combat like this, you just want to get yourself in there and killing them. Now I am using a full auto anchor, and that's one player out. Now if he just died instantly, so I'm safe in the thought that the other player that was killed earlier was in his squad, and he's now been taken out. So we're down to the last few players now. Just picking up, obviously, unfortunately my team member is now out, so he's not going to need his gear. So I may as well just pop on a couple of extras if he's got any. That scope being one of them. So here we go, back into the zone again. Now this circle is tiny now, so we're really on top of players. Now this is where I mentioned earlier about waiting for your kills. Don't get me wrong, seeing an enemy in front of you, I just want to go out and down and blast him as well. However, in this instance, when we're discussing it, we were talking about it, you know, we knew we weren't the last team alive, along with the other team that I spot. So there had to be other players. And we were in a good location to not have been spotted or to be nearby to another team, as we'd already taken out the other team over there. So we had a feeling it'd be somewhere on the other side, and thankfully, as you will see, I decided to hold fire. Now there is an entire squad there. As you can see, they haven't spotted us yet. However, a player has died here. So they're probably not expecting another player to be in this location. Bearing in mind they know the team's already been wiped out. And always good to check the dead bodies. They're not going to go anywhere. The map's that small that they're going to stay in that cover that they think they've got. So here we go. Remember, topping up your health at all the times. You may think it's alright, so there's a little bit of health left, but that little bit of health could be the difference between you dying and you not dying. And you can stack up on your energy drinks as well, so they last a bit longer. So again, them players are still there. I've had good line of sight on them. Now just getting myself in position, but they're looking at the other side, so that's telling us, and we were discussing this, and they're attacking the other side as well, that there's something that other end. Now my player and then Wave is checking out that other area, so I'm keeping an eye on these ones here. Now again, they are moving around quite a bit. I haven't got a clear shot. However, my teammate has now opened up on the other team that he's found. It leaves me a chance. Look, they're distracted by the other players now. He's been downed, so they're definitely in this same squad here. Leave the down player. It could either be, you know, a trap for the other players, or just not wasting your shots. Now if you notice there, as soon as I took that last player down, I got the kills for the other ones as well. That's because, as I mentioned earlier, once the last man goes down in your squad, that's it, you're all dead. We now know where the location of the other targets are, so now it's just a case of finishing them off. Now, obviously I didn't get the line of sight on them, my other mate did, and that's basically it. That's a bit of a lowdown on the final stages of the game. I know it was a bit dragged out, but there we go. So hope you enjoyed this. Remember to subscribe and like the video. Give me a comment if you want to see anything else, and please do so in the comments section. Check out my Twitter, Rugged Gamer Xbox, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.